No, my buddy's like, oh, dude, President Obama just said it. They've been working on it since August. I'm like, yes, and everything that comes out of a politician's mouth is the truth. And everything you read on the internet is also true.
That's what she said. Okay, let's go.
All right.
So let's do a test real quick.
Nope, no test.
No, just do it. No
Okay,
test.
go
Just
on.
do
All
it.
right, let's go.
You're not gonna get no redos, no do-overs.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm already recording, so.
Oh, well, that's more editing for Matt.
What's up, everybody? This is Rage Quit Monday. This is Monday night, episode 5. With us, we have Mr. Holiday Doc.
What's going on? What's going on?
Why does everybody introduce him first? Like he's the celebrity of the podcast. That's horseshit.
Here's Joe the dentist.
Thanks.
There's Captain Interruption. And finally, the butter to his bread, Mr. Lloyd Milligan.
Lloyd Milligan, motherfuckers.
What up?
The resident failure.
Pimp. I think pimp is the word you're looking for.
Pimp?
Okay, yeah. Hey, let's start this off with a nasty question because it's gonna be fun.
Oh my god.
Okay. Would
Do we all have to answer this or what?
Yeah, everyone answer this. Okay. This isn't that bad actually. I think it's pretty easy. But would you rather lay naked in a tub of cockroaches or lay naked in a tub of random people's spit?
Oh,
actually, you know
cockroaches all the way.
Cockroaches. Monster speaking here. By the way, you dicks, Joe. Didn't get to introduce myself. Guys, hello. Rage Quit Monday. This is Monster, the infamous Monster. Actually, you know what? Being from Texas and having cockroaches the size of dentist dick with wings fly around.
Those are huge cockroaches.
I would say, yeah, actually, they're pretty decently sized. So Joe was giving you some credit there, buddy.
Lloyd's not saying nothing because he's salivating.
I would actually do cockroaches. Yeah, that'd me.
Yeah, I think that was pretty easy. I'd do cockroaches too.
I would go spit.
Wait,
I would go spit.
Oh, wait, what?
Why?
Have you guys ever seen a cockroach? They're so scary.
Yeah, but spit is spit.
Yeah,
and you're gonna lay in random people, not
spit.
Just...
But spit, is like water. It's it's almost like water.
No. Do you know what kind of color and texture that's gonna happen in there?
Oh, are we talking loogies or just saliva?
Either one. Just regular spit. Still, even regular spit, you get AIDS.
Yeah, you get AIDS.
No, that's a myth.
You know what?
I know it's a myth, but that's still funny. But
in all honesty, any insect or animal that can withstand radiation has got major props for me. You can crawl on my taint any day.
No, but they're gonna crawl inside, bro.
No, they're not.
What do you think? I've got a loose asshole?
Dude, have you seen a cockroach? They can get anywhere, dude. They don't need any space. It's going inside, boys. Don't have any delusions about that. They're going inside your body.
Okay. I need to talk about something else. That's gross.
All right, hold on. One more.
Oh my god.
Would you rather eat brownie flavored poop or a poop flavored brownie?
How do you even answer that? It's both the same.
No, a brownie flavored poop. So it's poop.
I have the brownie flavored poop.
It's poop, but it tastes like a brownie. So like go outside in your yard, pick up your dog's poop and eat it, but it tastes like a brownie. Or would you rather eat a brownie that tastes like poop?
Is the
like
texture,
the brownie comes out of the oven and tastes like poop?
Does the texture also in other words, when you eat the poop, does it feel like you're eating a brownie?
Is there peanuts?
No, it's just brownie flavor.
Is there
peanuts? There's corn skins and everything.
You could spin that any way you want, and I would still choose the brownie. I don't care if the brownie tastes like dog piss covered in baby vomit. I will eat the brownie because I know that the brownie was made from legitimate ingredients. I don't know what the hell came out of your asshole, so I'm choosing brownie.
Yeah,
I'm brownie.
Brownie for sure. Okay, let's get going. That was fun. Now everyone's throwing up and turning off the podcast.
Moving on to probably the biggest topic of the week, the competitive playlist. First thing I want to ask you guys right off the start, keep it good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no name dropping.
Not negative.
Nothing negative. No, right. We don't need to go there. We're above that. We're intelligent people. We can negotiate and debate topics without getting all hostile about things. So, that being said, why do you think the competitive playlist is irking so many commentators out there?
Actually, let me chime in on that, Doug, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, your robot voice.
Yeah.
Mr. Roboto.
Can you close any programs on your computer?
Yeah. So I'll just do that while he's going. So I mean, without trying to like be negative and call people names, I'm gonna because it's what needs to be said. So I think people are just egomaniacs. Me and Matt talked about this earlier a little bit while we were waiting for some doubles games to get going, but it's like people feel entitled to have what they want catered to them because they're who they
of their
are.
stature.
Right. So, I mean, I can understand a little bit because this is some people's jobs, like they're full-time jobs. And I bet it's super frustrating that when you're halfway through a gameplay that's going to be a postable YouTube gameplay and you get killed by a guy sitting in a corner with Ghost on, it's probably really frustrating. I'm not going to lie. But to think that this MLG playlist has anything to do with any other playlist that's just a fallacy. Like just because there's now an MLG playlist doesn't mean there can't be other stuff. I mean, their whole argument basically was that people said that it couldn't be done before, and David Vonderhaar, the Treyarch, developer that's in with the community, had said that it's not possible, and he said it when the MLG playlist was being developed. He said that
let me interrupt you for 1 second. What he said was, just to clarify what you're saying, is it's not possible to limit perks on a playlist level, right?
Exactly, and that's what he said. That's what he answered to people that wanted a certain perk playlist removed, and he said the exact same thing when they started developing the MLG playlist. He said it can't be limited. It's either all or nothing. And we had this discussion, I believe it was 2 weeks ago on this podcast, that we had a discussion. Would you guys rather have all or nothing, or would you rather have just no playlist at all? But the thing is, they figured out how to do it. So now in the future, if there's stuff that wants to be done, if there's enough support from the community for a game type like that, it can be done. But the thing is, it's just people being egomaniacs. Like they feel entitled because they're who they are, that they should be able to get whatever they want, and that if it isn't something that they like, then it doesn't belong to them. You know what I mean? Like I don't like this playlist because they should have done something for me instead. I've been asking for this for so long. But the thing is, this has never been in any Call of Duty game ever before. There's never been a competitive playlist outside of what they have Pro Mod on PC, right? The Pro Mod PC, I think it was COD 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, but outside of that, I mean, no console has had an MLG or competition playlist like this. And the two things are mutually exclusive. Like I said, one doesn't affect the other. So because you have an MLG playlist, now opens the door for so many other playlist possibilities that weren't available before because now. And it's bringing in new people to the game. This is probably the most important thing. Not new people. It's going to bring people back to public lobbies is what it's going to do. Because people that were tired of playing in games, people that play competitively or like to do game battles, are going to come back to the public room because they now have an option to play instead of going into a demolition game and just kill farming because that was the only fun thing to do, or just not even playing pubs at all and just doing private matches. If I get online and I'm by myself or there's two people on, we don't have enough for team scrim, we'll go play the competition playlist now. And before I wouldn't have done anything. I would not have played pubs. So I think it's a new avenue, and it's also a new way for people to be introduced to it. All of the opportunities now for someone that was on the fence or had no idea what it was about now have the opportunity to go into this playlist and see what competitive gaming MLG playlist, what it's all about. They now
test their metal.
Right. If they said, I've never played this, I've heard about this game battles thing, I've heard about MLG. Now I can go in and check out what it's about. Is this something that I would like?
Yeah, and like Doc, I was thinking like we had that talk. How do you get into game battles if you've never been into it before? Well, this might be a new step. Like first thing you do, go to the competition playlist and play a few matches, see how you do, see if you can adapt to that style of play.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's definitely where it's at. I mean, it's opening the door for Call of Duty players, and it's opening the door for MLG. I mean, the fact that they can now do this in the game is awesome. And people
it's only going to open up new avenues.
Right.
And I've talked about this a little bit on the last podcast I did with Fuzzy Otter, Sharp, and Aviator. But I just want to touch on it again because let's say the next Call of Duty comes out. Or even with this one. Let's say that there's a perk. Obviously, there's a lot of perks people don't really like. Let's say something is, just really not very balanced. They say, hey, you know what? My bad. Let's get rid of it. Let's make a playlist. Or even take it to the next level. Offer out a community feedback forum. And every month, they take polls. What do you guys want to see changed? Is there a playlist you'd like to see introduced? This only opens the routes to get that done.
Right, more customizable.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and now it's like you said, it's there for the taking. But the problem is that people can't express themselves in such a way that is going to be the ideas that they present are even going to be entertained. If you tweet to Vaughn or JD 2020, "Fuck you, fix quick scoping, you're a piece of shit," they're never gonna do it.
Right.
If people can come together with a general consensus and express their ideas intelligently, hey, Mr. Vanderhaar, I really like the game, but I don't like Ghost. Maybe you can create a playlist that doesn't have Ghost. Here, I made this online petition. 50,000 people have signed it. There's definitely a audience for it. It's something that they would do. I mean, the competition playlist isn't a huge thing. Like, it doesn't have, 2,000-3,000 people at the most on it at all times. But it's still possible because people express themselves in a intelligent way to get the playlist added.
It's all about how you approach it too, right? Like Mr. Vonderhaar came to one of the MLG events. Everybody who approached him and asked about it approached him in a manner that was respectful and opinionated in a way to make it appealing for him to want to get involved. And just one thing while we're doing this, I'm trying to get EightThoughts in here as well, another YouTube commentator. And one reason I want to get him in here is to bring an unbiased opinion to the selection or the group here, because he is a strictly public room guy. And the last couple of videos on Black Ops, he said he was completely sick of playing Black Ops because of a couple reasons. And I think this playlist opens up the reasons to come back to the game. And I'm going to try and get him in here, and if he comes in here, great. But Victor, Mr. Monster, did you fix your mic there?
Testing.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So let's hear what you have to say on this issue.
Okay, so my thoughts based on reading Twitter, there are some complaints from some of the big name guys, and I think my opinion on the issue is that these guys are used to pub stomping. And if they don't like the playlist, go back to what you were doing. I don't think they have any reason to hate the playlist other than they may not be competitive. They may not have entered that realm of gaming. And giving it a shot, I think, is a little bit discouraging to the guys who are used to pub stomping. Now, I mean, I'm not naming any names. There have been a few big name commentators on YouTube that have really just expressed their hate towards Vaughn or JD. And like you guys were saying earlier, if you want to approach it in a professional manner, do it professionally. Do it respected, with respect to the guys that created this playlist. If you express your feelings and say, look, this was a good idea for this type of group. However, we've got thousands of people. Here's this petition, like Joe said, 50,000 people that are wanting a TDM playlist that, will have some of these perks removed, just like the competition playlist. My honest opinion is that they are probably realizing that they're not as good as they were to hang with these types of competitions, hang with these types of people.
Yeah, not even to that extreme. Basically, what I think it is they're used to the TDM mentality. They hop on, they play this game for fun. I understand that. I can live with that, and it has no bother to me whatsoever. But you have to realize that is the majority. Most people don't hop onto this game and expect to play other game types. Like TDM is the most played game type, and there's a reason for that. A lot of people who play the majority of the people who play this game are not very good at it, and TDM is for the most part, a fairly balanced game type. you're able to go in, you use all the stuff you want to use. You just play the game, and that's what you do. I don't see any harm to that, but I agree that there is some elements to the TDM game type that make it very frustrating. The Ghost, the Silence Galil, and I don't really care about Flak Jacket, but I understand the arguments.
Yeah,
so.
Ghost is... I get so tired of hearing people complain about Ghost. Like, Ghost is a counter to a 3-kill streak. Okay? What's the big deal? The game is not meant...
right?
Well, they do, but the game is not meant to be played on a mini map in the upper corner.
People abuse every perk.
Exactly.
If they can't,
I mean, there's a counter. The other one, RC card. People complain about that. Well, you can wear Flak Jacket. That's a counter to that. But you don't see people complaining about Flak Jacket like they complain about Ghost, because they feel entitled to know where everybody is on the map because they got 3 kills, or even 2 if you're running hardline. If you run hardline, 2 kills, you get a UAV. You should know where everybody on the map is. Get out of here. That's ridiculous.
I think they designed the game with enough balance, more so than with MW2. And, my opinion on why some of the big name guys don't like the competitive playlist, maybe my opinions are a little far-fetched, but I think, like Doc said, the TDM playlist is very, very balanced. You can utilize whatever perk. Most perks that will benefit somebody else, there's usually a counter to. If you are really against Ghost, why not use your talents, use your skill to get that Blackbird and expose the people that, you really want to be able to continue killing, have a really good beast game.
Yeah.
I think that Black Ops is so much more balanced than COD 4. God, by far, better than World at War. And MW2, there was no counter to noob tubes. There was no counter to OMA. I think a lot of the glitches that were there then are still there now. 402. I forgot what was his name. The 402 on Twitter. Well, anyway, they're fixing. He just tweeted recently that they're fixing the rock glitch on fuel.
God, I was so excited to hear that.
I applaud Vaughn and JD on listening to the feedback of the community. A lot of the people who are expressing this, hate for the competition playlist are going about it a completely wrong way. And I applaud Fwiz also. I was reading some of Fwiz's tweets. It's tough to see some of the premier directors or just the directors in the Machinima program vent out as much as they've been doing, and even directly at Vaughn, when he is the one who approached Machinima. And I'm sure a lot of the guys like Fwiz and maybe Optic Hex had proposed this idea, and then actually, Vaughn going to Dallas to the MLG competition, he thought, there's a pretty big community here. Why is the rest of the community, if we've been so strong in supporting each other, going to just slam this new idea down? It makes no sense to me for anybody in the Call of Duty community to negate and to just rub everybody the wrong way and slam this new playlist down when this is one of the few developers in the history of the Call of Duty series or any FPS series to listen to the community and to just go out there and make something. They have listened to us, and they're putting their hard-earned time and work and money into stuff that we want, and they're listening. How can we fathom slamming that in any way? I think it's just doing the Call of Duty community a disservice. I think if you have strong opinions, do it the right way. Sure, there's Twitter. Sure, there's Facebook. There's YouTube to express your feelings. I just don't think they're doing it the right way, and that's just going to further the guys that are in charge of making these decisions thinking, you know what, maybe we shouldn't listen to the community. Maybe we'll just leave it how it is until the next Call of Duty comes out.
Let me play devil's advocate just a little bit. Why are some people not happy? Well, they think that this was done at the expense of something else that they would like. And to a certain extent,
I think that's you hit it right on the head there.
To a certain extent, that's probably true. Actually, if you think about it, they only have so many coders. In other words, like Joe was saying, at first they said they couldn't limit perks on a playlist level, and then when it came to this, they figured out a way to do it. So if I'm one of the people that wanted to remove Ghost, I'd be saying, well, why when MLG asked for you to do this, you figured a way to do it. When I asked, you didn't. So, I mean, I understand that frustration. However, you're right. The way they're going about it is all wrong. And ultimately, the way I look at it is this playlist can benefit the Call of Duty or Treyarch, I guess.
Here's a question. Sorry.
It's okay.
Let's say they appease the second group of people. This is the first time I've ever heard anybody complain about a TDM list to begin with.
Yeah.
How many people are going to transition from the original TDM playlist to the new perspective designed one?
Oh, well, I was thinking about this too. The thing is everyone that moves from the TDM, the Ghost TDM to the Ghost Free TDM are all going to be TDM people that try really hard. Right. And then these people are going to be upset because they can't get gameplays anymore because everybody that's in the Ghost Free playlist is on the same skill level as they are or close. And
think about it this way. If you're the type of guy that uses Ghost, are you going to switch to a non-Ghost playlist? Why would you?
Yep. That's another thing. If they limited certain perks, if you use that perk, you're not going to play that playlist. Traditionally in all Call of Duties, Team Deathmatch has been the I don't want to be like ridiculously. I don't want to come off as an arrogant asshole or anything.
Yeah,
but
it's where the lesser skilled players go to play.
It's generally the lesser skilled game type, and the reason for that, that's what I played when I started, is because you pick up the game. It's the first thing that you can get into. There's no strategy involved. Like I didn't want to jump into domination. I didn't know what that was. Like I didn't.
Right.
Like so the first thing I did, team deathmatch. Okay, this is like my team versus your team. Kills are 100 points. Okay. Like I can handle that. There's no strategy. I don't have to know about how to play the game or where to go. I can just meander around the map and kill people that I see that are on my team. So if you limit the playlist, you're not going to get more people to play that playlist. You're going to get the people that plays TDM solely to switch, and they're going to be better players normally, I would think. If it seems to me like people that are lesser skilled at the game use like second chance, and I have a ghost class when I play pubs. I use it, but it's only because it counters the spy plane. Like I don't want to be on the mini map. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I don't go sit in a corner with a ghost and a silencer and wait for people to walk by.
From Treyarch's point of view, why would they want to do this? I just think it's opening a can of worms. Like anytime someone doesn't like a perk in your game, you have to figure out a way to take it out.
I think that's the biggest issue too.
Right.
Do you want to have a playlist that's every single perk is off?
Here we go. We're about to get an opinion from somebody who has not experienced the competitive side of things at all. However, he still does not like playing Black Ops because of the bullshit involved with certain perks and certain playlists. So let's get him in here.
Sounds good. Well, we're working on that. That's really what I wanted to touch on. Like what Matt just said is that if they start limiting certain perks, you're basically going to have 1,000 playlists with each perk removed or some combination. Literally think about everything else. Like you can blame all of your deaths on every perk. We were thinking about that earlier. You can blame all of your deaths on every perk.
All right, we got him in. Mr. EightThoughts, the man, the legend, the respected on the West Coast, my fellow Canadian. How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. How you doing? What's going on, Holiday
Doing
Doc?
good, man. It's been a while. I've been wanting to do some work with you a lot, but busy schedules. And the reason we're getting you into here today is because I do follow your videos, and I do hear your frustrations with the Call of Duty game in a whole. And I wanted a non-biased, non-competitor to come on the show and give me their straight-up, non-bullshit answer about what this playlist is going to do for the community. If it's good, if it's bad, if you hate it, if you love it, let me know.
Excuse me for my stupidity, but you're talking about the competitive playlist, right?
Yes.
I don't think it's going to make a difference for anybody. It isn't going to help. They should have made a playlist that catered to the majority of gamers, which would have been no ghost, no second chance, and that's pretty much all you're leading. And no RC car seems to piss people off. But I say the no ghost, no second chance. The competitive play mode or playlist or whatever. Sorry, I've been drinking. Is a waste, actually. Honestly, it's going to cater to how many people are actually competitive gamers. Like most people are fucking horrible, and going into competitive is just going to make them feel even worse about themselves because they're going to get their shit pushed in by professionals like yourself.
Straight up.
Okay, that's a fair question.
What did you hear for? Because I agree, but I think there's a whole lot of misconception about how many competitors there really are.
You think there's more than I'm saying?
Yeah, there's at least 600,000 competitors on Game Battles who play regular competitive gaming. We had over 1.5 million people tune into the weekend of the MLG event a month ago. Okay. I think the need is there, and I think this is going to bring out a lot more people to try it and at least get noticed in it.
Okay. I tried it out. It was cool. I like the fact that when you die, you don't have to think about how many 8-second respawn. Is that how long it is?
7.5, yeah.
7.5, yeah. I like that because it actually slows you down and stops you from going back and trying to rage on someone or whatever, revenge kill the guy. But anyways, I don't know. I didn't really play it for about a half an hour. I didn't really get into it because I didn't like the fact there's no kill streaks. I don't think, is there?
No, there's no kill
streaks. No kill streaks.
No kill streaks. No equipment. Certain perks are banned.
What perks are banned?
You can't use Flak Jacket. You can't use Warlord.
You can't use Second Chance.
No Second Chance.
Oh, really?
Right.
I didn't know. Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I mean, to be honest with you guys, I've been kind of giving up on Black Ops because I just find the game so frustrating with not just like, not just with the perks, but just like, I know I'm getting on a tangent here. I'm sorry. Okay. But just the overall poor coding of it is just, if that's even what it is, it's just the fact that it just doesn't run well at all. It's very unsmooth. And there's just so many little things that happen throughout the game that just take away from the overall enjoyment that I guess you get from a COD game. But anyways, I know I'm on a tangent, but yeah, I'm supposed to be talking about the playlist. But
well, I feel the same way about playing the regular playlist. Jumping into the competitive side of things gets me away from all the things I hate. Another question for you. I don't know if you've been following the drama. No names, please. We're trying to keep away from calling out and everything. But there's a lot of heat going on, and Fwiz has kind of thrown out the daddy hammer and told everybody kind of cut it out. But what's your opinion on people getting so heated about the situation in general?
You mean that there's not in that playlist for like no ghost, no second chance?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's fair. If people are pissed off, they should be able to voice their opinion. I don't think somebody who oversees a group of directors has the right to tell people if they're upset not to voice their opinion.
Yeah, I think it's more so of how they're expressing their opinion.
Mm-hmm. How are they? Yeah, I've been AWOL, guys. I gotta be honest. I don't.
And the means that they're doing. It's not professional, basically.
Yeah,
it's not professional.
Not at all.
Basically, just saying "f you" basically to Vonderhaar because he apparently lied to the community.
Oh yeah. He said that there wasn't the whatever the programming capabilities in order to take out perks, and then all of a sudden he comes up with his competitive playlist, which is basically he's saying, which is it is he did lie, I guess, so to speak, or maybe.
So a little background: when they first started talking about the MLG playlist, he said the same thing to those people. He said that it was all or nothing on perks, and originally he said the same thing. And we had this discussion on the podcast a few weeks ago, but it was the same way. And then they found out that the community was pushing for it and that they found a capability to make it happen.
Yeah, it's not clear if they already had the capability and just didn't know it, or if they recoded stuff.
Right. I think originally what they had done was they didn't think it was possible.
Okay.
And they went back and made it. Because the competitive playlist we talked about was going to have no limitations. It was going to be the maps, the game types, the respawn delay, but perks they couldn't limit. It was the same way.
I think actually it's inconsequential as to what he said or not. But if you're under a umbrella of a company that pays you a fee, you now have to answer them, and you have to accept that fact that if they don't approve of the way you're carrying yourself and represent them as a company, you have they have the obligation to tell you to shut up.
Yeah, because
so it doesn't matter if he's lying or not. It doesn't matter. It's inconsequential the facts or whatever. If you tell someone to fuck off, that is it's I guess
that's biting the hand that feeds you, per se.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't and you got this Fwiz who runs the community, and he's your boss. He pays you. I work for a company, let's say, which I do, and I can't go on like YouTube and start like saying stuff that would be, like I said, like I love Hitler, and I'm a white supremacist, and down with whatever. Even though I'm not, I'm just saying this as an example, obviously. But I'm saying they have a right. They could fire me. They could say, listen, we don't like the way you're representing our company, and you're getting a bad name out there. And if you don't shut up, we may have to terminate you or suspend you or whatever, or take some kind of action against you to stop you from slandering or being a jerk. And that's the same thing. Like, you're employed from Machinima, and when you signed that contract to get paid, you sort of accepted the terms of the agreement that was.
Yeah.
I mean,
you could easily see a circumstance where now David Vonderhaar doesn't want to deal with Machinima.
Exactly.
So
sorry,
I mean,
sorry, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think that's totally.
I think it's
totally justified.
It's totally justified for Fwiz to say, whoever's like, tweeting to Vonderhaar under the umbrella of Machinima, you're a dick or fuck you or whatever, you're a lying cocksucker. Sorry if I'm swearing and you got kids listening. I apologize. I don't know what the audience is here.
It's all 11-year-old boys.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, well, it looks at my Bin Laden is dead giveaway extravaganza video. I think people lack the. Anyways, okay, but yeah. Tangent. But yeah, exactly. You have to accept that they're your boss, and if you don't like it, you just say, well, then I don't want to be with Machinima anymore. And like me and Private Joker went through the same thing, right? He made that video, and they told him you have to take it down, otherwise, kiss your contract goodbye. And he said, well, then I kiss the contract goodbye. It's sort of the same thing, right? You got a boss. You got to listen to him.
Yeah, so another thing that I want to bring up is when has any point in anybody's lives that is in this podcast has being derogatory, negative, and calling people bad names ever got anything accomplished for you?
Never. If I can chime in, that type of instance is what got me where I'm at in Apple right now. Having competition basically go against the grain, be derogatory, be real nonchalant in their behavior, just takes you out of contention with anything you do in your life. And not only that, there's going to be a stigma associated with your name. When people go a year down the road, and maybe like a coworker you've seen a year down the road, they're going to point. They're going to say, hey, that's that one guy who did this or that. I think it's just going to leave a bad reputation when you have that type of personality. And it can take you, and it doesn't matter what realm you're in, it doesn't matter what business you're in. I think it's just negative across the board. There's just not a proper place, or the public is not the proper place to do something like what I'm seeing now on Twitter.
All right, I know EightThoughts, busy man, lots of things to do. I got one more question.
Okay, I'll stick around. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I asked the question earlier, and we all answered it, but I'd like to hear your thoughts of things. If they were to introduce the TDM, the Pro TDM playlist, where it eliminated the flak jacket, the kill streak, so there'd be no ghost, and the last stand, how many people do you think would leave the original TDM playlist and move to that new one? Like, do you think it would be beneficial, or do you think that the majority of the people that would be going there would have a rough time in the new playlist anyways?
So I mean, like the one that people are asking for in the first place, instead of the competitive one, like no second chance, no.
Right.
Yeah, the TDM one that kind of everybody wants to see.
I don't know. I think, to me, I don't think taking out those perks. I mean, like second chance, I think taking that's not in the competitive playlist, so that's a problem still right there. But like, I don't know, man. I think if you take Ghost out, then you just run into other problems. It's gonna the way the game is. I don't. I kind of think I messed up your question because someone texted me at the same time. I apologize. I was thinking, what the hell? Just you started asking. I was like, what the hell's this? My phone started buzzing in my pocket. Ask it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, a lot of the YouTubers want to see this new TDM playlist because it's the most popular game type played.
Yes.
They want to see the TDM playlist with no kill streaks, no flak, no last stand.
No kill streaks?
Yeah, no kill streaks.
And they want to move to this new playlist.
It's dead right now. I can tell you right now, it's dead.
There's no kill streaks?
Why no kill streaks? Exactly. Call of Duty is based upon kill streaks. That's what makes it fun. That's why people play that over like Battlefield or whatnot, because in Battlefield there's not really any kill streaks. That's what makes Call of Duty. I mean, like that right there. If you, I mean, personally, my opinion was that there's not going to people are going to move over. They're going to get bored. People want the kill streaks, and that's it. I mean, it's a whole long level of like actual like getting your kill streaks gives like dopamine in your brain and releases it and all that kind of stuff. It's like, I know I'm going on tangent again, but yeah, I mean, I don't think it'll last. You should have the kill streaks at least.
Okay.
I'm addicted to kill streaks.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much people are.
Yeah. So Matt made the point here that the people that don't like those perks would be the only people playing that playlist. So you would have a group of, I would probably call them higher caliber players that would be in that playlist instead of, because the people that run Ghost are not going to play a Ghost free playlist. People that run Second Chance are not going to play a Second Chance free playlist. So basically, you're going to have the people that are going into a TDM looking for a ton of kills are now going to be playing this other playlist. So you're going to have a smaller minority of what I would say were probably better caliber players playing against each other. And I don't think that that's the result that they're going for. What I think that these people want is a playlist where they can just crap all over kids and get a YouTube game every time.
That's TDM right there.
Yeah, but they basically want to get a YouTube game, quote unquote, every time they put the game in. They don't want to do any work anymore. I mean, I made the thing earlier. I know it's probably frustrating for someone whose main job is to make YouTube videos that you are on the brink of a YouTube game and then you get shot by some kid wearing Ghost sitting in the corner. That's probably really frustrating, and I can understand that. But you're only going to have those types of people playing the other playlist, I think. I mean, do you think the normal, like, average everyday player that runs Ghost and Second Chance would play a playlist where there's no Ghost and Second Chance?
No,
I mean,
at all.
probably not. No, I mean, my question is, like, if the percentage of people who play the game, I mean, I don't know how you could keep stats on this, but the percentage of people who play the game, if there's more people who play Ghost and Second Chance, which I think there is. I mean, if you go into lobby, the chances are you're running out of 6, you're going to have 4, at least 3 of them are all be running Ghost, and a lot of them be running Second Chance. They're not going to go into that playlist. You're right. So I mean, it's based upon odds. And I don't know. I mean, like, it doesn't hurt to have get that kind of playlist up. Like, they took away that Nuketown 24/7. That was awesome because you just play Nuketown all day, and it was really, you know, it was you didn't have very good games because it's just too much mayhem, but it was a lot of fun. I don't understand why they took that away. I mean, that's what people are kind of looking for fun, because I think that inherently, to me, like, I mean, as an analogy I have, it's not a very good analogy, but it's a crude one. But it's basically, if you take, like, this game, I think itself is not the typical Call of Duty game. I just think that perhaps Treyarch failed in a sense on it, in a little bit, by putting Ghost and the stuff they're doing now, like all these perks and stuff, and not perks, but all these patches stuff they're doing. It's sort of like taking a piece of turd, and you can stick streamers on it, and you can, like, you know, shape this. You can change the shape of it, and you can, like, you know, put some you get some, like color
a brownie.
on it. Yeah, and, like, you know, you can wrap it up in, like, a really nice, like, get a nice wrapping paper and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's still going to be a piece of crap. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that's my opinion of Black Ops. It doesn't matter what they're doing to it. It's still inherently something wrong with the game. It's just, I just don't really enjoy it myself. I mean,
is it connection? Is that connection mainly your issue? Like,
yeah, it's also just the way the kill streaks are stacked. It's just the game. Like, for me, I mean, as bad as Modern Warfare 2 was, and I hated that game towards the end as well. It still is more fun and less frustrating on a main level because, like, a person like me, as you can tell, I'm kind of hyperactive, and I have a short attention span when it comes to video games. I don't have patience for it, and I like to run around and you know, play a little bit, I guess, hazardly, and have a good time. And I mean, I'm pretty good gun on gun. Like, if I meet someone face to face, my Twitch reflexes, Twitch gameplay is quick enough that I usually can win the battle. But in Black Ops, there are so many variables that take that away from people who are naturally, like, just better at a game and know, like, where the running routes are, because people, like I said, they camp in the corner with Ghost. So you're running around, you know, playing the game, you're, you know, doing really well, and then you get killed by a dude camp in the corner Ghost. Or, like, you're running around, you're doing really well, you meet a guy head on head, and then, like, the lag or connection issues or hit detection is so bad that you know that you've beaten that guy. You know that he's dead. Like, there's no way. Like, you can see you draw your gun first. You can hear your gunfire first. You see the hitting him. And, like, you swear to God, you fire half a clip of your FAMAS, you know, over OP'd into him, but he still somehow one shot kills you with a Galil or whatever. Or he kills you by going into Second Chance with the poor, you know, coding, doing the Second Chance flop thing where he somehow kills you with his main weapon while going to Second Chance. And it's just, like I said, it doesn't matter. It's still a piece of crap. No matter what playlist you do, the problems are still going to be there regardless.
Well, yeah. See, I understand the Second Chance thing, because if you didn't have that moment of invincibility, the perk would be worthless.
That's why it just shouldn't be in the game.
It shouldn't. I agree, but to have the perk, I mean, it wouldn't be a perk if there was no, you know, chance for you to hit the ground and fire your pistol. I hate that perk with all my being, but I understand why it's in there, and that still frustrates me. But another thing that I want to point out is that even if you had this 9v9 playlist, people are still going to camp in the corner. I mean, it's inherent. Mm-hmm. People camp in every game type.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to do it. And the other thing is that, I mean, do you think that because you like to play the game, and I play the same way you do, I'm just asking, like, this is a devil advocate question, because I like to play the same way you do. But do you think that it's fair to say, I like to play the game this way, so everyone else should play the game like this? Like,
No.
it does it. I mean, so if a guy sits in a corner and wants to wear Ghost, I mean, is that annoying? Yes, but he's playing differently than I would play the game. But that doesn't make him. I mean, he's probably
Bad.
not. Yeah, I mean, he's probably bad, but but I mean, but at the same time, like I can't be mad at the guy if that's how he wants to play the
No,
game.
I'm
Like
just
I
mad
want
at.
to play the game because I run around like an idiot with like a chicken with my head cut off.
Yeah,
And,
I'm same as you. Yeah.
so
But
I mean,
sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
that's okay. I mean, that's what I mean. Do you think that's? I think that's a lot of where this argument is coming from. Is that I play the game this way. Everyone should play the game like me. You shouldn't camp. You shouldn't sit in a corner. You shouldn't. I mean,
and I'm just going to bring it back to this. I think the game itself, like I said, is just crappy in the sense that, unlike any Call of Duty game in history, this game facilitates camping more than any other game out there. And it's so many problems with it. That's what I think of the game. Not just that, like the guys camping in the corner, because, like I said, the guy camping in the corner, Ghost, doesn't have to give up anything because there's nothing. Like, he has nothing to lose for giving up. He's invincible. He's invincible against every single thing on the map except for the Blackbird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, never in the history of Call of Duty has there ever been a
motion sensor.
Yeah.
And dogs.
Yeah. Well, and dogs are useless. So, like, that's the most useless 11 kill streak ever. I mean, like, you can shoot them. I've barely ever died from dogs in my entire life. I maybe been killed once just because I just wasn't even paying attention, just running around like my chicken head cut off. But like I said, it just brings it back that the game is just the way it's set up and just the way it is. It doesn't matter how you're going to go at it. I mean, it's just too late. It's just
I think we're getting in a rut here. Same circle, same stuff over. All of us, but I kind of wanna. You know, EightThoughts has a very, very opinionated channel. I respect it.
I do. I don't think. I just think it's jokes, man.
No, it is jokes, but I think your recent video here, I was watching it a lot. How much flack are you gonna get for that one?
Which one's that?
Your giveaway.
Oh, the Bin Laden is dead. White Boy 7th Street giveaway extravaganza special.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm thinking it's going to go bad because I'm looking at it. It's been up for an hour, and it's already got 300 comments and 237 likes. And man, I don't know. I think people are taking it serious. Like, it's going to be like one of the top favorite videos. Like, people are really like taking, like, I mean, the people that subscribe to me, I thought would know that I'm full of shit. But I mean, like, if this goes on, I might actually have to. I was telling my wife, I was like, shit, man, these little kids. My wife was saying, like, was feeling bad because some little kids now really think they're going to get an Xbox or PS3, and I was thinking, like, oh man, I might actually have to go out and buy one and give one away now, just because I'm a bit of a crazy guy, but I'm not a mean guy. I don't want to. But then I look at people. I mean, I don't know how much flack. You think I'll get flack?
I don't know. You might. I think some of the guys who take the giveaways like super serious,
like White Boy,
super serious, they might take it as a personal hit or a low blow. People, I don't know. It could go either way. I think it's funny.
Yeah, it sounds funny to me.
Yeah, hello everybody. This is the Bin Laden giveaway. Yeah, come on. If you can't tell, I'm copying a White Boy. Come on. Anyways, I don't know. I don't care. I just did it as a joke. If if someone told me to take it down, I'd take it down. I didn't monetize it, so it's not like I'm gaining anything on it.
True. You're actually probably going to be losing on it.
Yeah, I probably will be because, like, all the little kids who thought I was being sincere will unsubscribe, and all the subscribers who people subscribe to it will just be dead subs anyway. So yeah, but like I said, I don't take YouTube serious, man. I have a job. I don't really rely on this for income like some of these guys do. And like I said, I'm 30 years old, dude. I'm an older guy, so.
How about the Bin Laden news? Anyone got a comment on that?
Well, I've been reading Twitter, and apparently he's been dead for a week. They just got the body back to U.S. soil like today.
Do you think Bin Laden was using Ghost?
That's what you were saying.
The amount of those jokes that I've read in the last 5 minutes it's made it not funny anymore already. But Bin Laden was using Ghost with his motion sensor in some cave way over in Afghan. Too bad he didn't know that the AC-130 it shoots through something or other. I don't know. Or the AC-130 final kill cam on Bin Laden, that's already on YouTube. Like, oh my god. The jokes are going to be endless. Well, we're at what? We're at 45 minutes.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
What was this podcast for?
We just do this every week. We just talk about random stuff. I guess we could ask them the Would You Rathers.
Oh, okay. I'll bring up the Would You Rathers.
So, yeah, we started off with the Would You Rathers this week.
Okay, right. So would you rather lay in a bathtub, full of cockroaches
And you're naked.
You're naked, full of cockroaches or random people's spit.
Oh, cockroaches.
That's what we all said. But hold on, Matt has the counterpoint. Go ahead, Matt.
The cockroaches are going to climb into your anus.
I mean, we don't know that for sure, but we're assuming. Well, he's assuming. Yeah. I said cockroaches too. I take that chance.
I'm take the chance, man. I don't know. With a lot of spit, man, I could go to my body and I'm getting like some weird. Yeah, I'm going with the cockroaches. Man, cockroaches are probably cleaner than people spit. They just have a stigma of being dirty.
I think of the two choices, that's the gayer one.
You would.
What, the spit's gayer?
Or no. The cockroach is in the anus.
You don't mention the anus.
Yeah, you don't know.
You.
You're assuming.
Only you.
These cockroaches are crafty.
Yeah. All right.
My anus is pretty tight, man. I've never spent any time in jail.
That's what Victor said too.
Great minds think alike.
So here's the second one. Would you rather eat brownie flavored poop or poop flavored brownie? So like you have to go outside, like say your dog crapped in their front yard, you gotta go outside, pick it up, and eat it, but it tastes like a brownie. Or you take the brownies out of the oven and eat it, and they taste like shit.
I don't know what shit tastes like, but I'd rather eat the one that's not going to kill me. So I'll take the shit flavored brownie, man.
Yeah, that's what
we all said that.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, okay. I'm gonna throw in a curveball here.
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna eat real shit. I don't care if it tastes like a
brownie.
brownie.
It tastes like a brownie, man.
Yeah, but still, dude, you know you're probably gonna get an air disease. I'm kind of a clean guy. I feel freaked out, man. Already.
Is it still warm? That might affect my decision.
Yeah.
Man.
Jesus,
Lloyd.
Yeah.
All right. So here's a question: Rosie O'Donnell or Oprah both run the New York Marathon. Who would you go down on?
No, in 100-degree heat.
In 100-degree heat.
Okay, what's that? What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rosie O'Donnell and Oprah both run the New York City Marathon.
All right.
In 100-degree heat.
Uh-huh.
Which one are you going down on?
Oh man.
Now, are they or aren't they on their periods?
Oh my God! I'm not going there. Come on, dude.
Lloyd, you're banned.
5-minute timeout.
I'm probably gonna go with.
There's no right answer. So
yeah, it's like would you rather have your left arm or your right hand chopped off?
Let me go out there on a limb because I've got no shame. I'd honestly toss some of Oprah's muff around.
So let's change a little bit. If you do it, you get 3/4 of Rosie O'Donnell's money or 1/16 of Oprah's. That's your prize for doing it. So if you choose Rosie O'Donnell, you get 3/4 of her money. If you pick Oprah, you get 1/16 of her money.
Which is
I go down
the
Oprah
larger
for 1/2 of her money.
16th.
I don't know.
She's
it's gonna be much larger, I'm sure. Yeah.
Well,
so which one would you pick?
Oprah for sure.
Oprah. 8Thoughts. Which one are you going with?
Oprah. I'd actually reduce my take if I got to play with her fun bags for a little bit.
Oh my God. You did it.
Oh, wow.
I have no shame. I told you that.
It's true.
He said he would do it for a new TV.
Yeah.
I do it for a new computer monitor, man. Seriously.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
All right. Well, this has been a pretty fun episode of Rage Quit Monday. I'm going to put the link down below to Mr. 8Thoughts YouTube channel along with Monster's YouTube channel. Both great YouTube guys. Low blow.
I had to. We knew it was coming. I had to.
Yeah, actually, 8Thoughts, I just subbed to you, buddy. So you get a request from FPS Victor. That's me, buddy.
All right, thanks.
Sure,
All
man.
right, guys. Thanks for coming out.
4 of them, maybe.
Woo! Thanks for having me, Doc. Thanks for getting me on. That was cool.
Yeah, man. No problem. Have a good time. Thanks for stopping by. And thanks, Matt. Thanks, Joe the dentist. Thanks, Vic. See you guys next time.
Later, guys.